You guys want to talk to the Brad Cooney's YouTube channel for a second?
How's it going? We're Southern
Paranormal's in the house, folks. What's going on, man? What's going on in Mississippi House tonight?
We've been invited down here to see if we can find out what's going on inside this house. We've heard some pretty wild claims. This is actually our second time down here. First time we had equipment failures. Actually had to replace equipment inside here.
So not just something died, batteries died.
This was the whole VCR was knocked out.
Wow.
The DVR was actually, we thought was recording, and actually picked up a shadow figure by the bed in upstairs. One of our members saw it raised up beside the bed.
Wow.
So we said, see it on the monitor, then, you know, we've got it on camera.
Wow.
Needless to say, it wasn't recording, so we didn't get anything.
Yeah. So enough stuff happens where that's in this house where it's not.
Of course. Cameras are pointing in the opposite direction of where it should be. And
talk about your equipment. It's quite a setup here.
Well, thank you. It was built by one of our other members, Steve Allen, which he couldn't make it with us tonight. But he built this thing. We bought it in Fitzgerald, Georgia. We had it custom built, except it was sold out. He's built everything in here for us. We've got a 16 camera hour system set up here. We've got a Doyle computer system set up where we can actually do evidence review, you know, right on the spot. If we got any audio we need to listen to, or any video off camera, we can pull it, we can watch it right there.
Sweet.
We got tons of storage space here.
Yep.
All lined up with all our equipment in it. As you can see, they're putting
the tripods
down for our camera system.
And y'all set up the cameras and you plugged in this DVR system up here?
Right. And we also have live remote audio in this, where we've got a 4-channel unit for it. We can run to any 4 locations, 1 to 4. You know, hang out on 4, but then we can monitor any one of those locations from inside the unit.
Oh, so
we can back out of the whole house, let it
leave
be
it vacant
without having to put a command center centrally located in the home, which is a lot of chaos sometimes.
And you eliminate any kind of contamination that way too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can pull out, and a lot of times what we'll do is set up. We'll go in and do our investigation in key spots. We'll pull back, you know, and we'll see and listen to what possibly we stirred up.
Awesome.
This time, you know, and it's really cool. If you look back here, you can see some of our setup, which we don't mind sharing with everybody here. Well, we got tons of cable in, of course, which these pulled out. We've got a 16-port video server, which what it does, it provides power over Ethernet. So we ain't got to find a plug-in for each camera. It delivers it. We got a conversion unit on the other side that converts it back. So we can just run one cable. We got a separate door over here that all our wires can run out of on the side of it. So therefore, if it's cold out, if it's, you know, hot out, we've got, you know, full heat and air as well in this thing. So we can throw the back door up and we can stay warm or we can stay cold, you know. And tonight it feels pretty good out, so I mean we've got everything opened up right now. Plus we're fixing to start setting up with everything. So
where can all my viewers check you guys out? Your website?
Our website is southernparanormalms.com. We've got all our news from the time we started. It's got links to our videos.
So they can go there and see all the evidence y'all captured over the years?
Exactly. Every location. We've been through 30 to 40 something locations, all documented, and they're online. We like to go and we kind of do a documentary of the place, speak to the locals, find out what some of the things that happen in the home and their point of view on it, you know, and then we like to show the investigation, and then we like to do an evidence review if there's anything caught. Not every time there's anything caught. It's like paranormal fishing, man. You know, you're not going to catch anything.
Sometimes the hook gets bit and it's on its own. Yeah. You know? What about social networks? Can you find you on like Twitter and Facebook? And
we're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. If you go to our website, it's got links to both.
Okay.
And as well as we're starting to run Periscope, which we're live on it. And if you go to our Twitter and join it, you'll be notified when we come online. You can find us in Periscope if you run that app. You don't have to have it. You can watch it by computer as well. But it's SPI_MS is our Twitter name on it. So go on it, like us, and we're fixing to be in here in a minute on it as well with Rachel, and she got
Rachel
a lot
Lang. Yeah,
of
she's great.
people talking a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you talking to us, bud.
Hey, man. We look forward to working with you.
Absolutely, man.
We got a few people live on, and they were asking about some of the manifestations in here. If maybe you could tell them just a little bit about it.
Absolutely. I'm putting on my protection oil right now. So should I tell them about the house, or should I tell them?
just a few minutes. We're still going to do our little thing here in a minute.
Okay, great.
They just started asking about it.
Okay. Hi, I'm Rachel. I am an astrologer, and I also do some mediumship. And I've been working with Alice Jackson, the owner of this house, for a number of years. And we've been together communicating with the spirits here, and really, trying to find out what their stories are. And so I'm here from LA this weekend, participating in these investigations and really helping to tell the story of the house.
Now, isn't there a Lily?
Yeah.
They were asking like some of the spirits that may reside in here.
Yeah.
And I've heard of one of them's Lily. Are there others, or
Yeah.
do you know others?
So the two that I've picked up on the most are Lily and Eric. But I feel like this house in some ways is a portal for a lot of spirits kind of passing through. There seem to be a lot of different kinds of energy here. Lily's the primary one. She's the one who's like the most active. It's her house, it's her castle. It feels like she's connected to the land, and she's you can see the expression on my face, like she's just boisterous and really happy, and she's a character. She's really fun to talk to.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Last time we were here, we had the chandelier spinning on us.
Did you really?
Yeah. So.
That's actually happened 2 nights ago.
Yeah, John shut off.
No one was near it, and it started moving back and forth, and it went off and on. And so we've had those kinds of experiences. We've also had the noises.
How likely is it that you will see some activity nights? What somebody just asked.
I think they're very active tonight. I think that they're, first of all, they love being, Lily in particular loves to be she loves to be seen. She loves to be on stage. And so I feel like this is kind of, they're ready to come out and ready to share their stories. They have a lot they want to say, actually. And more than anything, she says that what we want, what their heart is connected to. Oh, she's so sweet. Her heart is connected to Alice, the owner of the house, and she says that more than anything, she wants Alice to be seen, because Alice has given them so much attention, and Alice reads to them. She says Alice takes out books and she reads to them. She says Alice cooks for them. Alice does a lot of things for them, and so they want to really feature her.
Tell your viewers that she had a live podcast show, listenup.com.
Yeah.
But they did a live show yesterday from here,
Yeah.
and all kinds of activity broke out during the live show.
Awesome.
Light anomalies. This was flashing. They can go to listenup.com and look at that.
What are the methods to call the spirits? Speaking for ourselves,
Yeah.
I mean, we just try to go in and speak with them as people. I mean, they once were, and that's how they need to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
We have different ways that we do try to communicate. We do have spirit boxes. We have REM pods. We have all the usual things, flare cameras, and of course we deploy, and of course, microphone or recorders. We have all kinds of different ways to communicate. And what's some of your methods?
So for me, I think I'm totally agreeing with you. Like they're human. They're ultimately they were on this plane. They know how to talk to us. For me, I always open my heart. Just like when you're meeting a new person, you don't want to meet a new person like this, like closed off or like in a protected space.
The methods were asked about why it's. I've lost it, man.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I lost what you said. Can you say it again or retype it?
No problem.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're meeting a new person, you want to be open, you want to be friendly, you want to be like agreeable. I think what happens for us anytime we come in contact with spirit, our actual energy shifts, our energy changes, and what happens physically to us, our physical bodies experience the sensation that feels a lot like what fear feels like in our bodies. In that our heart rates elevate, we feel like a sense of something's different, and it can feel like fear, but it's not. It's just spirit trying to engage with us. It's spirit coming in to be closer to us. And so if you can like take a deep breath and relax into that sensation, then open yourself up and ask questions. I have worked with astral projection, and I've worked with
Melbourne.
I've worked with remote locate. I've worked with a lot of different technologies or modalities. Yeah.
What's the thoughts about ghosts and I guess the electromagnetic energy they put off? I guess you're asking, do we believe that they do, or if it's? I mean, nothing's been proven, or we wouldn't be out hunting.
Exactly. Also, I think our souls are so incomprehensible.
Thanks for the share, Hugh.
Yeah. And we also, but we're all frequency.
Now, she's from California. We're based in Mississippi. And what's your website? I'm sure that they'll be interested in checking you out.
It's blissenup.com. Bliss like happiness, blissenup.com.
Rounded listen.
Thanks for sharing, man. Oh, out of Florida. Cool. Well,
Go Gators.
can you describe what you mean by soul exactly?
Soul, spirit, energy. I don't technically know the difference between a soul and spirit. I feel like we're all, that they merge into one, or that soul is somehow connected to a spirit. But like I said, I think there's so much about the soul and the spirit that we don't know and that we can't see, that I would never even profess to know anything. You know.
Hey guys, look, what we're fixing to do is we're fixing to go pull cable and get set up in here, and please share what we got here. We'll be back on, and she'll answer your questions when we come back. We've got to get set up and get started. Hi, I'm Doyle with Southern Paranormal. We're at the Mississippi House once again in Florence, Mississippi. We investigated this house once already, and we had some wild things happen. We had equipment go out, batteries drain. We came back to see if we can find out some of the reasons, some of the things that are happening in here. We're joined tonight by Rachel Lang and from South Paranormal. And how would you describe yourself? Not a psychic, is it, per se?
Well, I'm an astrologer, and I do mediumship as well. So mediumship is essentially communicating with spirit, communicating with other dimensions.
And you've been here how long this week?
I've been here 2 days now.
Any exciting things happen?
Yes, we've had a lot of excitement here. We've had a lot of lights flashing, so light anomalies. Yesterday I broadcast my podcast here live, and I started into the podcast, and the millimeter, is that what it's called? And the REM pod started beeping really, really loudly, and John Bullard, who was an investigator, said that he's never seen levels that high. So we had some actual spirit activity right there.
Where did y'all broadcast from? Was it down here?
Yes, yeah.
Right here where we're standing.
Right here. Actually, the millimeter was right on the table, and then we ended up picking up some pretty significant energy right over here as well. So yeah. But the house is filled.
And have you stayed here?
I did. I slept here last night and the night before, and it's palpable. You can really feel it. Occasionally you'll get like smells that kind of cross over, like a floral scent is what I picked up on. Lights flashing in the middle of the night, waking up in the middle of the night. And
you were staying in upstairs.
Yeah.
Because I know we're broadcasting live tonight on Periscope, and we had users asking earlier, where you stayed at, if it was here. Yeah. Down here in this bottom bedroom, there's been described as a portal, a light tunnel, so to speak, for lack of a better word. I'm not sure. Have you felt anything in there?
Well, yes. So when I first walked in that room, I'm very sensitive to energy, and
You're an empath, or?
yes, definitely. Like you feel something, you feel nervousness, and I'm like, I feel that nervousness. You know, you feel excitement like Brad does right now. I feel the excitement. I feel her nervousness and her like, please don't let any ghosts come to me. And so the minute I walked into that back room, I felt dizzy, like disoriented, like I was almost like you would if you were about to pass out or faint. I kind of equated it to standing in the New York subway and having zoom, zoom, like energy pass through, or people walking on, alongside. That's how it felt to me. And so the sense is that this is some kind of a portal, that there is some kind of there's a lot of activity. It's a place where people kind of, spirits pass through.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
The first steps you took
Yeah.
into the house, what were your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was, first of all, it feels lovely here. It feels good. It feels like there's a sense of that any spirit activity that's happening here is really good. It's good spirit. But it definitely feels energetically like a little jolting. It's the electromagnetic frequency is a little bit. It's palpable. It's highly charged. It would be like if you were standing in an electric power plant, for example, where it's like it feels a little bit different than it does if you go outside.
We know that there are 2 main resident spirits here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel others that may be here, some that pass through, that just come to visit, so to speak? But 2 of the main ones are Lily, and what was the other one?
Eric is the
Eric.
other one, but there are a number of spirits that I have felt or sensed since I've been here.
Awesome. And Brad, your group has been here many times, right?
Yes, several times. I have a teammate, Donnie, over there, and Amanda up on the stairs behind us. Mm-hmm.
So y'all have went through, and about how many investigations you think y'all have done here?
20,
Wow.
25 maybe.
I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah.
So, and y'all have caught light anomalies and
Oh yeah, light anomalies, doors opening, that wardrobe door in that bedroom opening behind me.
that's the one that's supposedly the portal
Yeah,
room or something.
disembodied voices. Just last night we heard 2 of those. We heard conversations breaking out upstairs in this bedroom. Rummaging. We actually literally thought we thought there was an intruder upstairs. It was so loud.
This was over the Burger King.
Yeah, we were eating right there. We were eating Burger King over here, and then we just heard a conversation break out.
I'm sorry I was smiling. I just thought of the
Yeah.
Burger King conversation we
Yeah.
had on it.
Yeah,
Right.
and, we just thought there was an intruder upstairs. That's how loud it was. So yeah, just all kinds of different activity in here.
Any certain times that are more active than others?
No,
or?
I mean, because I came in here my first time at 11 o'clock in the morning, and all heck broke loose in that bedroom. Light anomalies, flashlights coming on and off, on command, just a ton of things. It doesn't really matter what time of day it is.
Can I?
Yes, of course.
They said to bring Alice up. I'm just following directions.
This is our fearless leader.
This is they wanted you to be part of this conversation.
Awesome.
Now, how long have you been experiencing things in this house?
25 years since before we built it. Yeah, we would notice things before we built the house, like building materials disappearing and showing up someplace else. And as soon as we got the doorbell built, it would ring and nobody would be there, and doors would slam. As soon as we got the doors built, they would slam. So we talked about it, and then when we got the house built, I was lying on the bed, watching television with somebody else, and we both felt like somebody was walking on the bed, like moving on the bed. But I've heard of that phenomenon before, but it was experienced by 2 people, the other person too. So that it really did feel like somebody walking on the bed. And then I've had people who stayed here before who said they felt like somebody was getting in the bed with them. I've had that happen, twice.
And your neighbors have actually seen an apparition standing in the laundry room door, right?
She did, and she moved here when she was 5 years old, and her parents still live here, and so she did. She's the only person who saw a full body apparition for 7 or 8 seconds, could clearly explain what he looked like, what he was dressed like, got a clear view, and she was shaking. I mean, she tried to take a picture, but it was
And we were doing a little bit of yard work, and I'd come around the corner, and he was standing at the back full window door, just looking at me like you would be drinking your morning coffee.
Her husband saw something though. It wasn't as clear as hers.
He did.
Fun.
He was over there about 3 o'clock in the morning, and he said he had parked over here because I told him, if I'm not here, park here, so it looks like somebody's home. And so I had parked here. And then when he started to leave at 3 o'clock, he said he looked up and he saw a figure looking down at him, a male figure. And he said it was clearly defined male, but he said it was smoky, smoky, and he couldn't really describe dress or anything. But he said it was definitely a male figure looking down at him.
It's probably about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was getting my stuff out of my truck, and I happened to look up, and there's a window outside, and it was just a figure staring down at me, almost gray as cigarette smoke.
They seen lights and stuff throughout windows too.
Erin was 5 years old when they moved there, and she told her parents it was haunted from the time she was little, and she said that she would see light bulbs outside that downstairs bedroom window, and her dog would start barking, and she'd look up and there'd be light bulbs around that window downstairs, which is where I think the portal is, and which is where the intuitives say that the portal is.
Now, one of our members, Tammy, she has dug into the history on it and everything. She's phenomenal, isn't she?
She is. I mean, she is. She's got details that you wouldn't believe.
Can you tell us some of the things that she told you?
I got this house first investigated 4 years ago, and right after that, I had a gift of a reading with Rachel. I had never met Rachel. She was in Los Angeles, so we did it over the phone. But I just said, some strange things are happening at my house, and she said, you have spirits there. She said, you have spirits, ghosts there, and she said the dominant resident spirit is Lily, and she said her family came from South Carolina. They were a very wealthy family. I think they, died from smoke inhalation, carbon monoxide, and it was just like that. And so I thought maybe, Then when Tammy, you're a historian. I mean, she was like a bulldog. I mean, she knows everything about everything. And so she said she was telling me the history, and she traced the land back from where it was bought from the Indians by the government in 80 tract area acres. And she said this was settled by Solstein family, and they were a very wealthy family. They were from South Carolina, and my mouth just dropped open. I mean, everything she said they're a very wealthy family. She has the will. She said he had I think 9 kids, and she said he gave 1,000 acres to every kid. And I mean, wow. she had it down. Anyway, and she said that there was a church built on his land that was burned twice by outlaws. And so, I figured that if she has a whole story about the outlaws, but she said, but I figured if the church was burned by outlaws, it's also possible that the house was burned by possibly. So that would explain the smoke inhalation, the carbon monoxide, and then previous paranormal groups have gotten EVPs saying hot, I can't breathe, I'm trapped, and so it fits in. There's no definite proof, but it circumstantially fits in.
We've gotten Lily an EVP.
Yeah, and we just got that even last night or night before when they did an investigation here. We clearly got Lily and all of our names. They called all of our names. But she said, "Here we speak with it." Said Lily. We've gotten that more than once.
What surprised me too was when we came the first time, they pulled out the obelisk, and which is a speech detection. I mean, it uses engine room just to form words, and it's kind of a controversial piece of equipment, but it said the name Joe.
It did.
And that is the housekeeper's name that's here, and it was spelled the exact same way
J-O.
on there, and it said cleaning beast.
Beast.
And there, it's a joke around here that the vacuum cleaner is the clean beast.
Yeah, she calls it the beast, and so Joe's the house cleaner, and she cleans with the beast.
So, and it came through the obelisk, Joe cleaning beast.
Well, I mean, what are the odds of
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2,000 word dictionary.
Yeah.
And to pick 3 words out of 2,000,
Yeah.
that's pretty impressive. I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah,
What we're going to do tonight is we're fixing to pull a lot of cable in here and disrupt our home just a little bit, and set cameras up, and we're going to do an investigation and join forces here, so to speak, and see what we can come up with. And is there any more rooms that we should concentrate on?
Definitely this bottom bedroom.
I feel like there's a lot of activity up there
Oh, yeah.
tonight too. It feels like Lily, the female spirit, and also your mother feels like she's very present up there.
Oh, awesome.
So I didn't mean
I did not know that. I didn't know that you had family that was,
Well,
so she's
yeah,
feeling
I
it
mean,
here,
she didn't die here or anything like that, but she just says that she feels her presence here. Like,
watching over you in some form or
Just be
something.
prepared for equipment issues up there because our equipment fails.
We come loaded big guns out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
If it goes down tonight, we know it's
But
definitely.
I would
gonna be
trust
from
Rachel's
here.
intuition. If she says upstairs, I'd go
No
upstairs.
doubt.
Yeah. Also, it feels like there's a lot of activity, like you said, the bedroom that's like really loaded. But it feels like all around this area, I'm getting hot and I'm getting like a lot of sensation over here too.
This is where right in this spot where the millimeter went to 41
Mhm.
Oh,
the other day, which is an unheard of number.
Yeah.
okay, we're supposed to do some shameless plugs. Rachel, can you tell them how to get a hold of you?
Sure.
And if they want to.
Thank you. My website is blissenup.com, and I host a weekly podcast, mostly dealing with astrology, but I do dip into intuition and paranormal activity and psychic mediumship as well.
Awesome. And hopefully she'll be joining us on some
Yeah,
more of our
there you go. I'd love
investigations.
to.
You know.
It'd be really fun.
Brad, how can they get a hold of you?
We have a website just for this house, particularly for this house. It's MississippiHouse.net. So you can go there, you can check out all of our evidence that we've captured in here, and it's building. We're getting more and more evidence. And then BradCooney.com is my podcast.
But y'all have also got a Facebook page, right?
We do. It's Old South Paranormal
Also,
on Facebook.
y'all look them up. Y'all won't be disappointed. It's great people and very knowledgeable. And we're honored that we're here with them tonight. So let's do what we do best, guys.
Awesome.
Investigate.
Right.
Let's do it.